Hey, YouTube, it's Tweak Bigfoot,
Hey, it's Schmicks, and you are listening to
the third floor. We are 11
Nailed
weeks
It.
in, and I finally think I've nailed it. I think.
Yeah, I think you
12
got it,
weeks.
man.
11 weeks.
Yeah, this is, I think this is episode 12,
12. Yeah, it is. Yeah.
which is sick. Like,
Yeah.
it doesn't feel that long, but
No.
good for us.
And we've missed weeks too, so this is probably like a 3 or 4 month endeavor now.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's been a lot of fun. I think about it like every couple days. I'm like, man, like we have like a weird video series that I didn't think would turn into anything, and here we are.
Here we
So,
are. Who would have
and when I
thought?
say
Hey,
turn into
look at
anything, I don't
us.
mean like it's popular, but like it's just fun to do.
I get like 2 views, but I enjoy doing it.
Yeah. Me too. Always look and I'll be like, oh, 6 views. This is a really popular one. Holy
Yeah. Wow, we're popping off today.
yeah. But it is a long thing. Like it's
It
kind
is,
of a drive in the car or listen to it kind of thing because it is long. So,
But at this point, I'm like, I don't want to pay to put it on iTunes or Spotify because, like,
yeah,
who's gonna listen to that?
yeah, that's
Maybe
great.
a ton of people. Move over, Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
All right, dude.
The Tweak Schmicks experience.
Oh, the tweak schmick experience. Tweak schmick. Sounds like trail mix or like something weird.
Twix.
Twix. We
That's
should
us,
copyright
dude.
that. We should copyright that.
Whoa, dude. We could make it where there's like a Twix bar. And
Okay.
one of the bars is you and one of the bars is me.
Oh,
Tweak and Schmicks.
write that
put
down.
together.
I need a
Twix.
pen.
That's pretty smart, dude.
Let's use the sword instead.
Get the pen out.
Twix.
Get out Microsoft Paint.
Get out. Don't have it.
Oh yeah, you're on Mac. Okay.
I don't have that.
Cool, bro.
All right, what are we talking about today?
So, I'd love to talk about Twitch today. I'm sure you've figured out by the title already in either of our channel or either of our videos, but I want to talk about Twitch today. But before I do that, I want to talk about something very recent. Today, I just pre-ordered for Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. And Nick, I was going to ask you if you have yet.
Here's the thing. I haven't because I'm like, I want to. I'm going to. I will be pre-ordering. I just want to wait and see if there's a Steelbook edition. If a Steelbook edition comes out, I will probably pre-order that.
Okay.
Go to EB Games and get it. Otherwise, I will be buying the digital cross bundle, cross platform. There you go. Cross-gen bundle for like $10 more. Just to have it. So I haven't yet, but I will be maybe within the next 2-3 weeks. It's my birthday coming up, so after that, just to make sure like my dad hasn't bought it for me or anything or pre-ordered it.
Okay.
So
even though you could play it tomorrow morning.
I could. I honestly, once you said that, I was like, could do it. I love it.
Peer pressure you. I can see the appeal of the physical edition, like the physical copy. So all good.
If I hadn't played the alpha, I probably would pre-order. But because I did play the alpha, I'm like, I can wait 3 days.
That's true. You're actually way ahead of the game.
Yeah, that's
you PlayStation owner.
So I know. So you did pre-order, clearly?
Yeah, I pre-ordered. I'm gonna, I actually downloaded it this afternoon. It was 20 gigabytes, not too bad. And so I'm at work tomorrow, but when I'm done work, I'm planning to play it and probably record a bit, stream a bit, and see how it goes.
I want to hear your initial thoughts. I like it a lot.
Yeah, I feel like I will too. I watched a really good video that kind of breaks down the beta from the PS4 version the alpha, I guess. And that was Actman. Do you know him on YouTube?
No, I'm sure I've heard the name. Like it sounds like I've heard it, but I've never watched his content. I don't think.
Okay, he kind of he blew up the last couple of years, and he did like Halo stuff, and now he's just gone on to all sorts of different games.
Nice. Okay.
So I'll put the link in the description below of the video I'm talking about, but it kind of breaks down the alpha, and it will help me out quite a bit in the beta with how the customization is. It looks a lot like Modern Warfare. Is that kind of what you felt with the menu system and the customization?
Yeah, it is kind of like Modern Warfare, but I think it's better. I think you're less clunky. Like Modern Warfare, you feel like you're like wearing a weighted vest, and I hate that. So you move a bit faster. And it looks different, obviously, because it's Treyarch. And I think it's less laggy. I always found Modern Warfare to be laggy, like very laggy. Okay. So I think it's smoother, but that could have just been because it's the alpha or the beta, and it's just like all we're loading is like 6 things. So
yeah,
could be. I kind of viewed it as the same, but better.
Okay, because what I've heard is similar to that it's just an improved, a real good improvement on the engine that they used from Modern Warfare, and the time to kill is a little bit longer from what I've heard. Yes. So that's going to kind of more like Black Ops 4. And we're used to that because we grinded the crap out of that game.
Hell yeah, we did.
So yeah, I'm excited. We'll see how it goes. Like I said, I'm behind because there's already alpha footage out there. And again, I'm going to put another thing in the, not the description, but the basement.
The
Down in
basement.
the basement. I'm going to put Nick's video on
Nice.
the alpha build and his first game.
I loved it.
Yeah, you can learn quite a bit from just watching someone play their first game. And that's what I'm excited for tomorrow, is to actually like get into it and try it out. Because I've watched lots of it, but I haven't got my hands on it yet because I'm just a dirty Xbox owner.
I think you should record your first game, your very first game. Just boot that thing up, slap on a gun. I want to hear your thoughts on whether the snipers are good or bad, because like I found the snipers to be like I made a video about it and I didn't like the commentary, so I scrapped it. But I think the snipers were stupid in the alpha. Like I saw that more than I saw any gun.
Okay, well, I'll definitely try it out. Probably not the first game, but
yeah, I wouldn't.
but I will. I will check out the
good to know.
snipes. Yeah, so today I wanted to talk about Twitch, and just as of lately, it's kind of been on the mind too, because I just became an affiliate, and I'd like to give a big thanks. Finally, I can do it just in person, talk to talk. Thank you to Nick. He helped out so much. If you haven't followed Tweak Bigfoot yet, yeah, you, man.
Hey,
if you haven't followed Tweak Bigfoot on YouTube, I don't know what you're doing. You got to go check it out. He's been helping me out so much on Twitch, and the thing that really took me a while to get over with being a Twitch affiliate was to get over 3 average viewers. And that average viewership just seemed really tough. It was like not a lot of people watch Halo and especially like MCC stuff. So Nick came and helped quite a bit. And now I've actually seen my viewership go up a lot. So
nice, man. I'm glad to hear that.
Thank you, Nick. You got me there. It was a team effort and I really appreciate it, dude.
I love doing it. Like I love just like, I'd be sitting at home. Like I was playing a board game the other night and just like we threw your stream on the background of the TV and we just like loved having it in the background. It was good. It was good content. Like it's good, wholesome. And sometimes when Jared just gets there and smacks the desk, oh.
It's actually my chair. It looks like I'm smacking my desk, but I'm actually smacking my armchair. These are pretty sturdy on this.
I thought it was a desk.
On this chair, it's not like a GT racer chair or anything, so I can just pound on it and it just takes it. You know, can actually withstand the blows. So
no joke though, I love watching your content. It was always good, and I'm so glad to see your progress. I love it.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
I kind of feel like I put a little bit more time into streaming, and you put a little bit more time into YouTube. So we've kind of found where our niches are at, and like. I'm really excited for the day that we get over 1,000 subs for you. Like, I know it's coming. It's just we need to just keep grinding, and it's gonna be sick.
My goal this year is to hit 30. I'm at 29, so my goal was 50, and I was like, it's not realistic. So I'm going for 30. So one more, and I hit my goal for the year. We're almost there.
You'll be there. I'm sure with like Rocket League, that'll be no problem.
I think so.
Like the Rocket League stuff, I haven't I'll watch, but I haven't played it yet. And I know we keep talking about doing a video, so I'm sure we will eventually.
I'm trash, so it'll be fun.
Okay, so it won't take much for you to catch up. Is that what you're saying? Okay, cool.
Right in that backpack.
Well, that's good. I'm not good at like arena sports games like that, so we'll see how it goes.
It's so disorienting, dude. It's ugh.
Well, since Twitch was on the mind, I thought today we could talk about the influence that Twitch has on gaming, just as a genre. It's changed so much, and I think in part is to do with platforms like Twitch. Now, YouTube especially, that's a whole nother topic. But Twitch itself, when it's live streaming, it's not pre-recorded. It's what's happening live right now. I wanted to talk about the influences it has on gaming. So
love that.
I got to just put you right on the spot. This is unscripted. I haven't asked him any questions beforehand. But I just want to ask Nick, what are your first thoughts when you think of how Twitch has changed gaming possibly forever?
Yeah, I think it's actually revolutionized gaming because, like, say you got a game like Among Us or Fall Guys, right? I had never heard of either of those games, and Among Us has been out for like 2 years now. It's been since like 2018.
Yep.
Never heard of it, right? Streamers can just pick up that game. Like Ninja could be like, oh, hey, like I played this game with my friends. It's really fun. I'm going to play it for 40,000 people. Boom. That's a spike in your industry. Like, that's crazy to think. Like, I heard about Among Us through YouTubers and streamers, which went to my friends, which then went to me, and now I'm playing it. And I'm probably going to play it later. Like, I think the ability to be like, hey, this game is great, you should buy it. Like, you don't have to print that in a magazine or put it on like a blog somewhere. You can be like, hey, streamers, this game is $5. Go buy it.
Yeah. Yeah, Among Us is such a great example because if you want to play it on Steam, it's $5. If you want to play it iOS, it's $0. So it's a really cool deal when you get enough people talking about it, even though it's a 2-year-old game. And I think I'd like to add to what you said. You said if Ninja played a certain game or said to go buy a certain game, it would
Mhm.
influence. It's kind of that same parallel to like PewDiePie on YouTube. When Pewds is playing all these old horror games, like way back in the
Yeah.
day, people would be like, "Holy crap, I gotta get Slenderman," or "Holy crap, I
Mhm.
gotta go get this new version of Amnesia." Like
Yeah.
you know, it was kind of this thing where you'd see somebody play it and you want to play it. And with live streaming, I think it's even more like that because it's not like pre-recorded from a few months ago. It's like right now you're
Yeah.
watching them play, and while they're playing, you're like, I better check out the Steam sales. I better see what's on the Xbox Marketplace.
Mhm.
So like that is so influential, and it's such a good point that when you see people playing games, it inspires you to want to play
Yeah.
those games, or at least it does for me. I'm sure it does for many.
No, I honestly agree with you because like you can to be like, hey, that game looks fun. I'm gonna watch some content. But like for a YouTube video, like I could actually hate Cold War, but I could just be trying to push home a point that like someone has said to me, right? Like, hey, this game's great, you know. But to hear someone playing it in the moment, like, oh, this game just pisses me off, you know, or like to really get their quick emotions, like is crucial, I think.
Yeah, and
Like
it's
see how
real
they
time
really
too.
feel. Yep.
So they can't like, I mean, you can fake how you feel on
Hmm.
Twitch, but it's a lot tougher
Yep.
because let's say you've been playing Cold War, like let's say I play it tomorrow for 3 hours. By the third hour, it's not like I have a bunch of like emotions to like expect
Hmm.
a whole lot more. I've kind of got a groove into it now. There's no reason for me to not be like, wow, screw that system. What's the
Yeah.
lag with like what's up with that lag? How did he shoot me when I went around the corner? Like I'll have those open criticisms. So if
Hmm.
there is an issue like that, it's not going to be really hidden. Whereas in
No.
a YouTube, I'd probably cut that personally.
Oh yeah,
And
I
I know
would.
most of it.
Well, because in YouTube, you want to put your best foot forward, right? You want people to see like the top tier thing, so they come back and see more. On Twitch, I think it's just about having content, whether you're literally just chatting or like playing a game or watching a game. Like one guy I like to watch on YouTube, Julian Solomita. He had a stream where he was watching a movie. People were watching him, and he was just like laughing or reacting to the movie. You know, there's so much market on Twitch for things like it's huge.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like you're experiencing more of, I don't want to say reality because you can still be kind of an actor. Like
Right.
even to a certain effect, I have to act when I do, and you probably know the same thing. You change the way you're talking.
Yeah.
Like we're changing the way we're talking literally right now because if I
Yeah.
was just hanging out with you, I wouldn't be as clear probably
No.
and concise. But since we're not just hanging out shooting the shit, we have to actually like
Hmm.
be precise with our wording. And so on Twitch, there's a little bit of that, but I feel like the more a Twitch streamer ends up interacting with their audience, the more they become like a family, and they're
Hmm.
just talking in real time. The person says something, they look in the chat, they see the reaction, and it's
Yeah.
happening real time. So I think there is an advantage over YouTube for sure.
I would say so, and I feel like it's unique that like Twitch has been around for so long, but like only like in the last like 5 years has gotten huge. I think,
Yeah,
but it's been around forever.
yeah. It's when did Twitch come out? Because I don't even know.
I'll take a
Like I would
quick
assume
look.
early two
I would
thousands.
guess I want to say like 2011, but
Okay,
um,
I was thinking like 2005, but I could be wrong.
Twitch was founded. Oh, it's 2011. Okay,
2011. Okay.
but yeah, they used to be only like 3.2 million viewers, which like, oh, that's not a lot. Like it is, it's a lot. But when you think about it now, they're pulling in, 20 million.
Yeah.
So it's like 3.2 million back then when they were just them was huge. That's before they were owned by Amazon. So like
Yeah.
that's huge. That's big time.
Yeah, and especially that link with Twitch Prime and Amazon Prime,
Yeah,
like that free sub that you get. It's not free, but if you're gonna get Amazon Prime anyway, there you go.
it's
Now
a
get a
bonus.
Twitch Prime
Yeah.
sub. So it's pretty cool, and it's like it integrates in a way that Twitch at its size now it just needed to go that way.
Yep.
Mixer didn't have that advantage, and RIP Mixer, but you just didn't have enough connections, even though they were
Nope.
owned by Microsoft. So that's kind of backwards, but
But hey, what can you do?
that's Jeff Bezos for you, owning Amazon. He's going to make
Yep.
the big plays and find the right platform.
Yeah,
And they
and
do.
real with you, really quick. I actually liked the interface on Mixer better as a viewer. I really dug it.
Oh, nice.
I don't know if that's just like my thing. I really like Mixer. I thought the interface was nice. I thought like the chat was cool. Embers were cool. I mean, it's just literally it's the same thing as Twitch. But for some reason, I liked it more.
Yeah, there's actually things I like about Mixer better. I think as a small streamer is easier because
Mm-hmm.
not just the exposure, like that was a big part of it because it was a less saturated platform. The other thing was, like you said, the interface itself, like a hype bot was automated so that it would say somebody followed.
Mhm.
Whereas on Twitch, the only way you'll know if somebody followed is if you're on your creator dashboard and you see that alert come up.
Yeah.
So I prefer it to be right in chat. I could even, I guess, get my Nightbot to like have a command for that in chat. But it's weird that that's not automated on Twitch, whereas it was on Mixer.
Mhm.
So Mixer did have some advantages as far as
It
UI,
did, yeah.
and I just wish it was a little less bright. Like Mixer
it was
was
very
really
bright.
bright and blue, whereas Twitch has that kind of deep purple dark, and I like
I
the
love
deep
the color
purple
scheme
dark.
for Twitch.
So if I could take the color scheme of Twitch and slap that on the Mixer, that would have been prime for me.
I would love it. Yeah, no, I think to answer your question with a very long-winded response, I think Twitch has revolutionized how we view video game reviews, because you can watch like a 7-minute game review for a game. Say like I'm trying to think of a good example of a game that sucked. IGN will sometimes put out games. Oh, Pokemon Sword and Shield, they gave like a 9.2, I think, something crazy. But if you look at like Metacritic or other reviewers, they're like, this game is dog ass. I'm so excited to play it. Can't wait to play it whenever I get it. But it's dog ass. It just sucks. But, if you watch the IGN review video, oh, it's a 9.2. I should go play that. But if you watch somebody play it on Twitch, you're going to get a way bigger experience of how you enjoy that.
Yeah, you get a really honest critique because those people that are grinding it, like hardcore Pokemon fans that have played hours and hours and hours already in the day, like there's streamers that stream for like 12 hours a day.
Yeah.
When they're on hour 7, they don't care, and they're gonna say,
No.
"Wow, this is complete horse." Like this,
Mhm.
what were the developers thinking?
Yep.
And you don't really get that on, like, you might get that on YouTube, like from guys like Angry Joe. Like, do you know Angry Joe?
I do, yeah.
Yeah, so like from Angry Joe, you might get it because he's just angry. He's gonna tell you the truth.
Yeah,
But a lot of YouTubers will be like, it's okay. It's got some rough things on it.
Mhm.
Whereas Twitch, like, it's raw, real-time emotion.
Yeah.
And you can go, oh, so this game isn't what I thought it was gonna be. Maybe I'll wait to see if it gets better, if a patch gets done or something like that.
Or they'll
I'm sure
drop
that's the reason
Destiny
why a
3.
lot of people put down Destiny 2.
Yeah.
If you hear enough people talking about, see, I had to sneak it in.
Yeah, dude, it is.
If you hear enough people bad talking this whole sunsetting thing on Twitch, it's gonna have an effect.
Yeah.
So
We hate it. And I guarantee you now, Destiny 2, you're going to see the numbers drop. You're going to see them spike when it comes up, and then you're going to see them plummet.
yeah, like Beyond Light's coming out really soon, and I think we'll see that spike, but I don't think it'll ever be like the glory of Forsaken.
No.
Like Forsaken was just like the Taken King, like that big expansion that brought a lot of people back. I don't think we're going to see that out of Beyond Light. I think it'll be like, what was the expansion after the Taken King?
Iron. It's
Something
the one.
about wolves.
Yeah,
no?
Curtain of Wolves. No, it's oh boy, Wolf's Den. It's the one. The snow.
Rise of Iron.
Rise of Iron. There it is.
Rise of Iron.
Yeah.
So it'll be like that, I think, where it's cool. It'll be popular for about a month, but it's hard to sustain content when, well, unless you bought a season pass and you're really dedicated. But I just didn't want to go that route, and I feel like I'm not going to be the only one.
We really don't like that game.
Yeah.
We don't like it.
I used to love it. It used to be my baby, but I just
Nope.
I threw it out with the bathwater. So
I installed it to play with you, and I'm pretty sure I won't play it.
yeah, too bad.
Bye-bye. Anyway, Twitch.
Twitch. So with Twitch, for myself personally, I think it's really changed the way I've looked at competitive gaming as well. There's a couple of guys I watch that play Halo 5 all the time, and they grind it. And you have to understand, it's a 5-year-old game. It's so old. Like, we've been waiting so long for Infinite, and these guys are still playing it. They've already hit max level. Yeah. They're grinding away. And I actually had one of them come into my chat once. His name's Stress. He's a pretty big Twitch streamer. He's trying to average over 75 right now, and he's pretty much got it. So he's going to be partner soon on Twitch. And he came into my stream. It was early on, I think it was like a Monday morning, really early. I decided to stream, and he came onto my stream and was like, "Hey, keep grinding for affiliate, man. You got this, dude. Keep grinding, get better." Sure. And like, he just encouraged me. And
Did he hit you with a follow
weird.
though?
He didn't actually.
Whatever.
I don't blame him, because he probably pops into a ton of people's chat, and like when you're that big, I get it. So just the fact that he came in anyway, I was like, okay. And that kind of thing, it's really helped me to look at competitive gaming. I can look at how the pros play. I can look at how the amateurs play, like him, that are really good, that are pretty much like top 200 players, but not quite at a pro level yet.
Yeah.
And it's like, or I can see total cruddy players in social playing Infection or whatever. And you can learn so much from it. So from like a competitive standpoint, I think Twitch has changed it completely. People started taking it like it's like a TV show to them, where they tune in and they'll watch Ninja play competitive Fortnite, and it's like, what is this? Like, how people are going to watch that more than they're going to watch sports all of a sudden. And
I think it came out at a good time too, because TV is down, and I don't have to give you research. People know that the cable is down, satellite's down, streaming anything is up.
Yeah,
it's huge. So this came out at a really good time.
Yeah, when COVID first happened, there was like NFL shut down, NBA shut down, NHL shut down, like everything had to shut down. So all of a sudden there was no sports.
What do you do?
And people didn't know what to do. And it was really funny to see the rest of us nerds be like, okay, I'm going to go on Twitch like I always do, because it's somebody sitting at home in their mom's basement playing a video game like they were before. Like there's not too much difference. Yeah, the only difference were like the IRL streamers, and that was about it. And like, no TwitchCon, I guess.
No.
But like,
oh no.
What they do.
Who goes to that?
Yeah.
Dude, I got a competitive question for you. So Disney Plus, they have all their stuff, right? All their new stuff, old stuff. And then Mulan was supposed to come in theaters, but they charged, I think, like $30 American or something like that, $30 Canadian to watch it on their streaming platform, Disney Plus. Now, if Twitch implemented the same model, like, hey, Jared, you can watch DreamHack and these other tournaments, but if you want to watch Halo Master Championship, if that was a thing, if you want to watch Halo World Champs, you have to pay $25 extra to watch it on our stream. You know, only place you can see it. Would you do it?
Would I do it? Probably not. I would wait until it came out on YouTube.
Yeah, it'll come on. It'll come on VOD in 2 months,
a couple days
whatever, or two. Well, yeah.
Yeah, I would probably wait.
Okay, that's interesting.
What were you expecting me to say though?
No, I honestly I thought you were gonna go that way, because a lot of people, I've actually asked the same question to people regarding other movies, like on like Netflix or whatever, and a lot of people are like, yeah, I would wait, and like I don't know anyone that ordered Mulan and watched it. Maybe because it's Mulan, but at the same time, it's a weird thing. Like, I'm already paying for your service. For Twitch, you're not. But like, say you're subbing to people, like, I'm already paying for part of the service. Why do I need to pay more money to watch a tournament that I should be able to watch for free?
Well, that's what I was thinking, was like, you can follow for free, you can use Twitch for free, and that's kind of the whole point of the platform. That's why it's so awesome.
Right.
It's a platform that you can watch somebody and like your view is actually worth something to them.
Yep.
Like, for example, you watch me all the time, and it's not like you were subbing to me. You couldn't sub to me because I wasn't affiliate. But that view is worth so much to me because it helps me get put up in the algorithm. It helps the average viewership. And same with like that guy I was talking about before, Stress. I've never given a penny to him, but I've watched his stuff a lot, and I tell him, oh, hey, I'm lurking. And he appreciates it because he's trying to get that average viewership up for partner. Same deal, just on a way bigger scale. And so with Twitch, you're already just giving something by being a viewer. And that's what makes it so different than TV. People aren't like, oh yeah, like hack your cable and do some wire stripping in the backyard so that you can cheat getting your satellite, but we'll love it because we'll have a viewer. They don't care about that. They just want your money. Whereas Twitch, they want your viewership more than anything, and anything extra like a subscription or bits or donation, that's all extra.
Right.
That's what makes it superior. That's why I wouldn't I wouldn't pay to watch that early, because that's kind of the point of Twitch, is so I don't have to.
Very good point. I just want to hear your opinion on it.
Yeah, that's what I would say. Twitch is always evolving though. So like, will Twitch Prime work the way it does right now 10 years from now? I have no idea.
Probably not.
But the agreement I did sign this week seems like things are pretty set in place. The only thing that's iffy is bits. I don't really think bits is too sustainable, but it's kind of like 1 penny is 1 bit.
So if I give you 1,000 bits, which is a lot, isn't it?
It's $10.
So then you'll get I'll get $10, I guess. Okay.
Yeah. So bits is kind of like Embers. I think it's a better version of Embers, but it's still a strange thing. It's kind of like if you were like, hey, I'll give you 500 bits if you get a win in free for all in the next 2 games. Like, I've seen that happen, and then they'll lose the first game, they'll win the second game, and then someone will give them 500 bits. So it's like kind of more like just a donation that doesn't have to be through PayPal. Then it's just right through Twitch. No. Okay. Then there's no like middleman.
And do you get 100% of that money? Like, do you
No.
get like? Okay, so they split it.
No, I forget the percentage.
Okay, that's cool. It's like
It's
an
kind of
actual
strange.
contract.
Yeah, yeah. It's just nicer because then it goes right through Twitch.
Nice.
So I think like for you, 1,000 bits would cost more like $13 or $14.
Okay.
So okay, I guess I see what you're asking. Would I get 1 cent for 1 bit?
Yes.
But you wouldn't pay 1 cent for that 1
I'm
bit.
paying
You'd
like
probably pay more than that.
1.7. You know,
Yeah,
1.7 cents or whatever.
1.3 cents per
Yeah, okay.
bit kind of thing.
So they get their cut, but you still get like. So if I buy $13 bits, give them all to you, you're gonna get like $10.
$10 a bits.
That's not bad.
So that's kind of how it works. I
Okay.
can see why it's lasted quite a while, but I think they'll end up having to change that because it just seems like they're taking a pretty fat cut of it. But then it's just so people don't have to use PayPal.
Which I like.
But,
I like that. I mean, I don't really know how it works. I'm not gonna get to affiliate. I have no desire to. So
dude, and I don't even know how it works. And that's the thing. I got so much to learn.
Guess I'll buy some.
I was actually telling Nick that before we started the podcast. Like, gotta learn a ton of stuff really quick.
Yeah.
But either way, I find it a lot of fun, and I think some of my favorite memories have been connecting with people I've watched on YouTube that end up going on Twitch lots. And you find like you've watched these people for years, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh, let's see them on Twitch, and then you literally talk to them in real time, and it almost feels weird, like you're talking to this gaming celebrity, where you're like, oh, like they're actually responding to my message. Someone like PewDiePie is too big now, but like,
yeah, you're not gonna get doing that.
Yeah, but like if you have a YouTuber that's like under 100,000 subs and they're on Twitch, they probably have like average viewership around 50 to 100 people. So out of those 50 people, there's probably only 5 or 6 or 7 of you talking. So it's not that tough to actually talk to someone in chat. And that's what's really cool about Twitch. You get those kind of opportunities that you don't quite get on YouTube.
Put it this way, I just checked on Stress while we were sitting here. He has 20,000 follows, and on his last VOD, he's got like 1,700 views. So I'm assuming that people watch that throughout like streaming it. So if you divide 6 hours by 1,700 viewers, chances are, if you're like, "Hey, Stress, it's good to be back," he'd be like, "Oh, hey, Shmicksy, like it's good to see you." You know, he's probably gonna see your message.
Yeah, exactly.
Because some people turn on and they go to work, right, or they do whatever. So not chatting. So like, if you can find a streamer that's small enough, you can get like noticed and mentioned. I subbed to a competitive Hearthstone streamer. This is years ago, and he was like ranked 2 for Wild or ranked 1 for Wild because it's a ranked leaderboard. He's I would say he's top 25 of like the Wild format. And I was chatting. I was like, "Hey man, you're from Surrey. I'm from Up Ridge." He's like, "Oh cool." Like he noticed me, you know, even though he's pretty big. So it's possible.
Yeah, and that kind of stuff, like comments are cool. And by the way, I think YouTube has a ton of like a way better advantage than Twitch in a lot of other ways. So I'm not just like crapping on YouTube. I just think there's a specific type of feeling where it's real time.
Yeah.
Whereas Twitch doesn't have the advantage of 24/7 being there. People don't usually go back and watch only VODs. No. Usually they're going to go to their YouTube channel. So that's where YouTube has that 24/7 coverage.
Yeah.
Whereas Twitch is only when you're on. So advantages and disadvantages. But Twitch has changed. It was such a good addition to YouTube. They work harmoniously. And that's what I've heard a lot of people tell me is if you can do both, it's really good for both channels. Don't try to just stream. Try to get a YouTube channel and then bring people over to your stream. And that's what I'm trying to do is like, I guess build an audience in both places and just have people that want to hang out either way, because then it's easier for them. If I'm not on, then go to my YouTube.
See, and that's what in my case, you just make best friends with someone who does have a big Twitch account.
Oh, a big one, yeah.
And then I don't need to stream, you know. In 6 years,
I think you'd do awesome if you did stream, but the thing is, there's a lot of people that just it's not that fun. So I get it. Yeah,
I've streamed probably like I don't know, I'd say 10 plus hours cumulatively, 20 plus hours cumulatively. And I'm like, I've had like 4 or 5 viewers, but I'm like, nah, it's just like no one's chatting. I'm just like talking to myself. Meh.
Yeah. I end up playing just a lot and just waiting until someone wants to hang out and then chat. And it's whatever. It's like small streaming. That's why it's a really tough thing to get into. Like that's the cruddy part. It's a tough ceiling to break through. Like a lot of people were like, "Oh, so like, do you have like 10 people in the chat?" And I'm like, no.
No, I'd get
I'm
a
like,
bone
I'm lucky
if I had
like 4
10.
or 5, like at the most.
Yeah, if I had 10, I'd lose it.
Yeah, like the most I ever had on Mixer was 18, and that's because somebody rated me. And then within an hour there was like 8 people.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of lurking, and lurking is really the backbone of Twitch. And yeah, I think people assume that you start streaming and there's people just wanting to chat with you, and that's just not the case. It's too oversaturated.
I mean, it can happen, but it's so unlikely. It is so unlikely.
You have to be somebody already.
Yeah, you have to have a community or a huge connection.
Yeah, like if you're huge on Twitter and you've never streamed, there you go. You'd be well off. But when you're just your average Joe with just friends and family on your socials, and then you try and stream, people aren't going to be flocking to you. That's a misconception.
Because like right now, if you go to say Warzone, probably the biggest game, or sorry, if you go to Among Us, and scroll to the bottom, you're gonna find, I think there's like 256 people watching Among Us last time I checked. You're gonna find hundreds, if not at least 1,000 Among Us channels with 2 viewers. So even if you think like, oh, I'll just get lucky, you might, but like there's way too many people that are doing the same thing as you. So,
that's right.
Good luck.
Yeah, that's a really good point. Is like that's one of the reasons I am sticking with Halo. My main reason is because I love it.
Mm-hmm.
But the other thing that's a bonus is that it's not too oversaturated. Like it's a big game, but it's not as big as COD. It's not as big as like Counter-Strike or League or Among Us, of course. So it fits in that pocket where it's popular enough that it's good for YouTube with popularity, but it's not so popular that you're buried down deep on Twitch. You're like a guy like me is like near the bottom, but I'm not gonna, like, I usually average around 3 to 4 viewers now, and that's just, it's a nice comfortable place in Halo, but there's no chance of me in Warzone. So even though I'll stream lots of Cold War, it'll be for fun. It won't be for viewership. That's for sure.
There's no way. Like the only time it happens is if you have like a blow up. Like if you have one clip, like you made a clip that got it into a Halo montage, and if that's what blew you up, it's because you got in there. It's not because you just played a bunch of Halo. Right?
Yeah.
But
you need a sick clip too.
Yeah.
Like that's because like the clip I put in was just a funny gag. The one that I did have go.
So
but if I did hit something, like if I hit a nair and it was really nice, then there is a chance that people would be like, "Holy crap! Like, is this the new Mint Blitz?" And like Mint Blitz is a montager, and they'd be like, "Oh, is this cool? This guy's like that." So it does happen, but that's the thing. People expect that to just happen automatically when there's a lot of work that's got to get put into doing it first.
Yeah, a ton.
And you know that firsthand with YouTube. Like you put in a ton of work, and that's what kind of pushes me to talk about you all the time, is because you put in so much work that it's like, this guy deserves it, but people would think it should come automatically, and that's just not how these platforms work. They might have years ago, but definitely not now.
Not now. Like I've been doing YouTube for probably like 2 years now, but like seriously for like last, I don't know, since like February, once I got a new laptop, so like March. And like I've gone up like 10 subs, which is actually a lot. I think I've got about like 8 to 10 subs this year, which is a lot. But that's like, if you think about it, it's like 1 per month almost. And like that's growth. But I didn't get 30. I didn't get 40. I'm not blowing up because there's so many people doing what I'm doing. It's like you gotta. I think the biggest thing is longevity. You gotta tough it out.
Yeah, it is about longevity, because like with streaming games specifically, it's really tough when there's millions of other people doing the same thing. And there is the advantage, like if you're really funny and you add a really cool like personality to that, and we're pretty funny guys, we like to joke around, but like we're not outrageous, like we're not like PewDiePie, we're not like
Doc. We don't have a Doc
like,
going on.
Yeah, we don't have like those cool like aliases yet, and if we did, great, but like that's the thing, it's tough to like blow up unless you have like a real good niche, and we're probably both in that place where we haven't found our niche yet.
Nope. Like
that's okay.
Yeah, I mean, like it's okay to not be in that spot, but like I could not lock down and play one game forever. I just couldn't do it.
Yeah.
So it's like I might find it eventually, I might not, but I'm gonna keep doing this till it's not fun anymore. And if that's tomorrow, then it's tomorrow. And if it's 17 years from now, shit, I'll be 42.
Yeah. And because for me, it doesn't really matter if I'm getting lots of views or not. I'm with you. If it's not enjoyable, I'm not going to keep doing it.
Then I'm out. Yeah, I'll find something else.
because I remember in the summer when I was so pissed about Mixer, I
Mhm.
just dropped streaming for like
Yeah, you didn't stream for a
about a
while.
month. I was just like, screw this. Like I was so pissed.
Hmm.
And it was actually really good to just take a step back. And I think if I would have just kept going to just get growth, I would have been just a really pissy streamer. And
Yeah.
that's just not who I want to be.
No.
So that would be probably our tip would be only do things if you really want to do them,
Yeah.
especially when they're for fun like this.
Yep. Like if it's not fun to you, like I'm a big proponent of that. If it's not fun to you, don't do it. Why waste your time? There's other things you're gonna enjoy a lot more.
Yeah. And this isn't work for us because
No.
obviously we're not getting paid to do this. I
No.
just
Well,
started
you are.
getting paid yesterday and
Yeah.
it's or a couple days ago and it's barely anything.
Mhm.
And that's the thing. It's more for fun and it's like,
Yeah.
hey, if people want to hang out, great. Nick was actually one of my first subs. So I mean,
do it.
that's awesome. It's cool
do
to
it.
like have people that want to help that way, and that's sweet.
Yeah, dude.
But it's such a small thing in life to be put as more of a hobby.
Yeah.
And when it comes to work, you should probably still go to work even if you don't want
Please.
to. That's what I think it's probably the right thing to do.
Mhm.
But when it comes to this, yeah, don't do things you don't want
No.
to do because then it's just you won't be yourself on YouTube. You won't be your fun self. You won't be a fun streamer, and that's what I was almost starting to veer towards until I was like, screw it,
Screw it. And you know,
screw Mixer.
one of the biggest things I've learned is that don't come in like you've already kind of touched on it. Don't come in expecting things are gonna just like blow up. Or I mean, like they're gonna be good at it. Like I have only recently started learning how to make semi-good thumbnails. You know, like I didn't have that knowledge. I didn't know how to write the good description or write a good title. You know, like much like if you're streaming, you didn't just know how to be a streamer immediately. You weren't like, oh, boom, it clicked. I'm good. Let's talk about all this stuff. You know, I
Yeah.
would say you just gotta like you're gonna make a ton of mistakes.
Oh,
Like I've
yeah.
left my old videos up and they stink. They're bad, man. And I'm like, whatever. Like,
I cringe when I look back at some of my old like stream setups, some of my
yeah,
old YouTube videos. It's just like, what was I thinking?
yeah,
But then it's kind of like I like leaving it up there.
mhm,
It's a good lesson learned.
yeah.
And then there's some that are like really good. Like there's a Destiny one where I'm like, wow, that was a really cool video.
That was a good
So
video.
like it's funny how there's some that are like, wow, and then there's some that are like,
Ew.
what the hell was that?
Yeah.
And it's okay. It's a good learning curve, and that's a really good point. Don't expect things to just
No.
work. You got to make a ton of mistakes before you make something right.
And at the end of the day, just do what makes you happy. If literally only doing one game forever makes you happy, do it. Unless it's Destiny, then unsub from this channel.
I still have Destiny 2 like on my like nameplate of like games I play.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna kind of leave it up as a meme, and I think I'll probably change it when Cold War comes out because like that's gonna be like Halo and Cold War will be my two things.
Yeah.
But
We're gonna play a lot of that.
yeah, I look forward to it. Like I kind of look forward to these new chapters.
Yeah.
The weather's changing. I just shaved, so it's gonna be cold as balls
baby
tomorrow
face
to be
over here.
outside. But change is good, and I guess we kind of turned this into a little bit of a self-help thing too, didn't we?
A little bit.
Which
I
is
mean,
okay.
at the same time, do Twitch. It's fun. Go to Twitch.
Yeah, and if you hate it,
Cool. You tried.
you try it. It's whatever. There's lots of people that just do it, meet some cool friends, and then end up supporting them.
Yeah.
I end up watching people and hanging out with them way more than I stream myself, and that's kind of the point. Is it's not about always just getting better.
No.
It's about having fun.
Mm-hmm. So yes, I think Twitch has revolutionized the gaming industry. And
Yes.
what's your next question?
That's every question I have, dude.
That's it.
Honestly, that's why I didn't want to do this really scripted because I thought, we'll see what happens. And it kind of turned into why is Twitch important, and also like a good life lesson that you and I kind of learned the hard way, which maybe is the right way to learn it. You're gonna make a ton of mistakes, but just have fun.
Mm-hmm. I got another tip. It's just coming to me. Just kind of ripping on that. Even though we could end right there, perfect spot. A tip I've learned is that like you can't like you need to invest a little bit of money. Like assuming you have a good computer that can run stuff, not like a top of the line, but like, that can like record a video and render a video. You don't need much. Like this is an $80 mic. I'm using literal wired headphones to hear Jared. You don't need much. I use iMovie. It's free. I use GIMP for photo. That's free. Like you don't have to spend $1,000. You can, and there's nothing wrong with it. But you don't need to go drop, and buy the biggest PC ever.
Mm-hmm. That's a really good point because especially if you're streaming, consoles have built-in
I can
Twitch
stream my
decoders
Xbox.
now, so you're good. You can have it. Sorry, I said decoder. I mean encoder. So it'll encode and stream while you're playing.
Built right in.
If you want to do it with a Mac, you already have a really good webcam. Most Macs have a really good built-in webcam, so there you go. For a long time, Nick and I were both using just like the headphone mic to record, and like it was actually okay.
It was okay. Great.
Yeah,
no, this is a better alternative, but like again, I didn't need it.
Yeah, so it's kind of like you build stuff as you go, like that you need, and so the mic for me was kind of a bonus thing, and then the camera was a bonus thing because I had one on my laptop, is okay, but then I was like, oh, this camera's cheap. So you just get little things here and there, and I still have a complete potato of a PC. I always talk about it like that because like I can't even do 1080p. It's insane. I have to stick to 720, and I just put it at 60 FPS. But Nick can do 1080, and so he's got that advantage, and that's cool. I totally admit that I have a potato PC, and I can still be an affiliate on Twitch.
You can still do it.
So
you don't need top of the line stuff.
Yeah.
But if you want to buy it, go ahead. If you got that money, go right ahead. Splash out, dude.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's always free alternatives.
Yeah. Because that's the other thing is like you don't need Adobe Premiere or whatever it is to do a ton of like editing. Like I use a free program and it does track, man. And iMovie's actually like slapping.
Yeah, iMovie is unreal. There's some qualms I have with it, quarrels, but for what I'm doing, it's fine.
Yeah, like iMovie isn't like real, like it's not made for like editing gaming videos and stuff. But like there's enough tools that you can manipulate it. And I remember doing it way back, and because I had a Mac I was learning, and it was so easy to get into. So that's what was really nice about it.
I can go from having no project to rendering this video in less than 5 minutes.
Yeah. And my Windows would never be able to do that. It's got such a longer render time. So there's so many pros and cons.
I can't render in 5, but iMovie's simple enough that I can get it to render in 5, like get it to the render stage.
Yeah.
So I mean, being a Twitch streamer is great, and being YouTuber is great, but there's a lot of ways you can go about it.
Yeah.
I do think Twitch is big for the community, though. I want to harken back to that point because I don't want to get away from it. But
sorry, what was your question?
Oh, I was just saying, like, being a Twitch streamer is good. I don't want to get away from your point.
Oh, no, that was the whole point is if you want to invest and put in the money, like you were saying, you can, but it's at the end of the day, it's so accessible. And with every console you buy now, it looks like you're going to be able to stream at the very least. And Nick and I were both doing like, remember we would put things to Upload Studio.
I remember that. Yeah.
And then we'd rip that off and end up making a YouTube video of it. And like, as dumb as it was, that's where we started. And it worked. It didn't look great, but it worked.
I think my highest ever viewed video is from Upload Studio. It's like a Diablo 3 video. I think I got like 80 views.
Yeah. That's sick. Like,
maybe
you never know.
Yeah. You never know what's going to happen. I don't mean this as a dig against Jared's computer, but he said it's potato. So if you think buying a computer for $800 roughly, or buy the new Xbox, you're probably gonna be able to stream better on the new Xbox.
Yes.
It's like and that's probably $800 after it's all said and done and taxes and stuff.
Yeah.
So it's like sometimes just get the console, do it.
Yeah, I would say like unless you're planning to YouTube, like if you're only streaming, just get the Series X. Yeah. If you want to YouTube and you have somebody that has a Mac or something and they're getting a new one, just buy that Mac. Like that 2013 or 2014
This is 2015 Mac right here, and it works fine.
Like those can actually slap because most of them have solid state drives. And like that's an instant advantage over mine. Mine's newer, but I didn't get an SSD because I'm a dum and now I have a potato PC. So until I upgrade that part, which I probably won't anytime soon, that's what you have to work with. So get a Mac. It's pretty smart.
Love it. I love Mac. I was never a Mac guy, but now I have one. I fully support that. There's a little bit of learning curve.
Except now Nick cannot play Among Us on that Mac.
No, it's a piss off, dude. Like it can't be that hard to code. You're getting 260,000 viewers on your game. You can't code this damn thing on Mac.
Yeah, it's a shame. You're busy keeping those servers up.
Piss off.
Well, this went a little longer than I thought it would, but I hope the point got home that Twitch has just changed so much of what we think of gaming and competitive and the advertising for it and how we perceive games and even just the way that it integrates with YouTube and helps people grow. And at the end of the day, it's just fun, and you get to talk with people in
Yes, we
real
do.
time, and it's an experience you don't usually get with other platforms. So that's why I think it's changed. And like you said, for all those same reasons, it's something that's worthwhile, and it's really changing the way that we game.
Yes, it is, and I will always believe that.
Well, thanks for watching, everybody. Sorry it's a bit of a
Yeah.
long one. Sorry we went into a little sermon about what you should do if you want to be a YouTuber or a streamer, but we're just learning. And like I said before, thank you so much, Nick. You helped me so much to get
Hey,
Twitch
anytime.
affiliate, so I appreciate it, dude.
Anytime. All right. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll talk to you later.
Peace out.
Peace.